IT Service Management, often referred to as ITSM, is simply how IT teams manage the end-to-end delivery of IT services to customers. This includes all the processes and activities to design, create, deliver, and support IT services. The core concept of ITSM is the belief that IT should be delivered as a service. A typical ITSM scenario could involve asking for new hardware like a laptop. You would submit your request through a portal, filling out a ticket with all relevant information, and kicking off a repeatable workflow. Then, the ticket would land in the IT team's queue, where incoming requests are sorted and addressed according to importance. Some of the common benefits of ITSM are: aligning IT teams with business priorities, enabling cross-department collaboration, streamlined project management approach, continuous improvement by knowledge sharing, improved service efficiency, improved customer satisfaction scores, decrease operational costs. Few of the core ITSM processes include incident management, service request management, problem management, change management, IT asset management, and knowledge management. In today's demo, we will cover most of the features. Once the customer logs into SelfService Portal, customer will see the landing page. This page shows all the SelfService Portal access that the user has. Customer has access to IT Service Management, HR Service Management, Facilities Service Management, Finance Service Management, and Atlassian Service Management. To search a knowledge base article, user can click inside the search box. Customer can type VPN. It will provide option to the customer to create either service request or an incident for the VPN service. Or customer can also search through the knowledge base articles. Let me click on the article. Customer can go through the article, and if solve the problem, customer can rate the article. If it does not solve the problem, customer can go ahead and submit an incident. Let me show how customer can submit an incident here. Customer clicks on IT Service Management, then you can see two buttons. Report an incident. Submit service request. Customer will click on Report an incident. Customer clicks on VPN. It will open up an incident form. Customer can type, unable to connect to VPN. It will also show you self-help articles automatically. You can enter the description. Now select the urgency level. Select impact. You can also attach any screenshots by clicking on Browse button. You can select an asset that is affected if it's software or hardware issue. You can select the service affected. This is an optional field. In this case, we will select VPN. You can select visibility of this incident, whether it should be private to you or it can be shared across your organization. We will select to share across organization. Click Create. We can see incident has been created. You can add a comment if you like to add a follow-up comment. Click Add. Status of the incident is open. You can also add attachments by clicking on the Browse button. If you would like to add this incident with one of your colleagues, you can click on Share. You can select the user and click Share. Now you can see this incident has been shared with the user. You can click on Remove to remove the participant from this incident. You can see all requests by clicking on the Requests button on the top right-hand side. Click on My Requests. It will show all the requests logged by you. You can also select filters to get the filtered results. You can also click on Export button to export the list of requests in the CSV format. Let me show you how to work on issues as an IT agent. IT agent will log into JIRA and will navigate to IT Service Management Project. IT agent will see all the predefined queues. We can create as many custom queues. Queues help you to filter or group issues. Let's click on Unassigned Issues queue. Let's click on the issue ITSM 191, which says unable to connect to VPN. Once clicked, it will open the incident in detailed view. Incident status is open. You can see priority is P2. To your right, you can see two service level agreements. One is time to first response, another one is time to resolution. To start working on issue, click on Assign to Me. Now IT agent will see options like Start Progress, On Hold, Cancel, Convert to Service Request, and Create Enhancement. Let's click on Start Progress. Now we will make a first response to the customer. Let's add a comment asking for more details. Click Start Progress. You can now see that time to first response SLA has a check mark that indicates that this SLA is closed. We will talk about the assignee group. Assignee group is so_IT. Since this is a VPN issue. Similarly, if you have a different business service, it will be assigned to a different group. You will see customer organization, depending on which organization this customer belongs. You can add more participants to this incident by clicking Edit button next to Request Participants, search and add more people. Now, you can see this request has 2 participants. Status is in progress. You can change the priority of the incident by changing the urgency and impact. Let's make the urgency as low and impact as minor localized. You can see that incident priority automatically changes to P4. You can also see time to resolution. SLA has been updated to over 3 days now. IT agent can put the incident on hold by clicking on Hold button. Select the reason for hold. Click on Hold button. You can see that status changes to On Hold. You will notice that the SLA clock is paused as the incident is on hold. Let's go back to the customer screen. Customer opens the incident in the portal and sees an updated status. Customer can see who has access to the incident. They can simply click on Remove and remove the user. You can see customer is able to see the comment added by an IT agent. Now customer responds back with a comment. On the agent screen, agent will notice that the incident status will automatically change to In Progress from On Hold. You can also see that the SLA clock has now resumed as it was paused earlier. IT agent can see the comments from the customer on the incident. IT agent will resolve this issue by clicking on the Resolve button. We'll select the resolution as done. Selects the channel to help determine how did customer approach for help. Whether it's from call, email, or portal. Select Yes, if KB article available. Then, add comment to the customer, and click Resolve. You can see that SLA is now complete. Status of the issue is resolved. Customer will receive an email. Customer can open the incident in the customer portal and will see all the updates. You can also see the issue status is updated as resolved. If issue still persists, customers have the ability to reopen the incident by clicking on Reopen button. Customers can click Close button to close the incident. Or the incident will be automatically closed in the next 3 days. JIRA is so flexible that you can have custom dashboards for each teams, and one for yourself as well to see complete work items in a single dashboard. Never allow your work items fall through the crack. We can help you keep the information at your fingertips. Incidents or service requests can be reassigned to your fellow team members at any point during the workflow. However, we recommend not to directly assign issues to agents from other teams to avoid unnecessary delays in user communication. Also, if you want to assign an incident or service request to a different team, you can always do by simply changing the assignee group to the relevant service owner group. Remember, once you assign it to a new service owner group, assignee field value will be automatically cleared. Customer will click on Submit Service Request. It will display all the catalog items. Let's click on JIRA Service Request to request a new JIRA project. This opens the service request form. Let's fill in all details and then click Create button. A new service request is created. Agent from the Atlassian team will open the request. Agent will assign the request to Self. Click on Start Progress and provision the request. Once the request is provisioned, Agent will now go ahead and click Resolve button. Select the resolution as completed. Update the channel value to portal. Select No for KB article available. Update customer comment and click Resolve. An IT agent can convert an incorrectly logged incident as service request by clicking on Workflow drop-down button, select Convert to Service Request. You will notice that incident status is automatically set to canceled and a new service request has been created. Now let's click on the service request link that is created. You will see that service request is unassigned and the status is open. An IT agent can convert incorrectly logged service request as an incident by clicking Workflow dropdown. Click Convert to Incident. You will notice that this service request is cancelled and new incident is logged. If we click on the incident, you can see the incident is unassigned and the status is open. If customer creates a service request, which is a candidate for enhancement request, then IT agent can click on the workflow dropdown and click on Create Enhancement. You can see the service request is cancelled and new enhancement requests will be created to the mapped project. You can see new enhancement requests created under one Atlas project. Problem management is the process responsible for managing the lifecycle of all problems that happen or could happen in an IT service. The primary objectives of problem management are to prevent problems and resulting incidents from happening, to eliminate recurring incidents, and to minimize the impact of incidents that cannot be prevented. ITIL defines a problem as the cause of one or more incidents. When an IT agent sees any Priority 1 or Priority 2 incidents or a service outage or service degradation, this qualifies an IT incident management team to create a problem ticket. On the other hand, problem ticket can also be created if incident management team sees a trend of incidents. Problem ticket can be created directly from an active incident or can be manually created. Let's create a problem ticket manually here. Click on the Create button. Update the summary and description. Select Affected Business Service. Select Urgency and Impact. Select Problem Type. Select the incident to link to the problem ticket. Select the service affected. Click Create. You can see a new problem ticket is created. Since the problem ticket is assigned to the group Atlassian, one of the service owner team members will pick up the problem ticket and assign this problem ticket to Self. Click on Send for approval to get approval from technical lead or service owner. Click Send for approval button. Issue status now changes to awaiting approval and is assigned to David Bowie, who is the service owner for Atlassian Group. David Bowie logs into the system and reviews the problem ticket and clicks Approve to proceed further with the problem ticket. You will not see that issue status changes to In Progress and the issue is assigned to Atlassian agent. You will now see that JIRA has automatically created 5 subtasks to work on a problem ticket. 5 Why analysis. Determine the causal effect. Create problem definition. Recommendation for corrective actions. And establish a workaround. Now the service owner team member can pick up these unassigned tasks from their ITIL dashboard to start problem investigation. Or problem owner can assign these tasks to his or her team members. Team members can now open these tasks and update the relevant information and close the problem tasks. Once all the problem tasks are closed, the status of the problem ticket will now automatically change to In Review. Now, problem owner will click on the Resolve button and will update relevant details such as resolution summary, root cause, corrective actions, preventive actions, and then click the Resolve button. Now the problem ticket will be transitioned to resolved status. At this stage, as a best practice, problem owner can discuss this problem and the mitigation plan along with the solution in the weekly or bi-weekly cadence meeting and finally click the Close button upon successful discussion. Change management is an IT service management discipline. The objective of change management in this context is to ensure that standardized methods and procedures are used for efficient and prompt handling of all changes to control IT infrastructure, in order to minimize the number and impact of any related incidents upon service. Changes in the IT infrastructure may arise reactively in response to problems or externally imposed requirements. Change management can ensure standardized methods, processes, and procedures, which are used for all changes, facilitate efficient and prompt handling of all changes, and maintain the proper balance between the need for change and the potential detrimental impact of changes. For ease of use, and to keep your licensing costs economical, we have practically come up designing the change management process using JIRA software project. Using an efficient change management project, you will be able to create normal changes, create emergency changes, create standard changes, maintain templates for standard changes within JIRA, perform risk assessment for this change request, get approvals from technical lead, business user, change approval board member as per your business requirement, making it extremely flexible. Get your change implementations validated by your team members and business approvers. Publish your change events to Confluence calendars, helping you to track all change schedules and conflicts in one place. ITIL defines normal change as a change that is not an emergency change or a standard change. Normal changes follow the defined steps of the change management process. These are the changes that must be evaluated, authorized, and then scheduled according to a standardized process. These changes are anticipated and planned in advance, and appropriate standardized change management controls may be devised accordingly. However, the normal change is implemented only after formal authorization and approval are received. Let me show you how to create a normal change request. At Lash, an agent will click on Create button. We'll select the project as Change Management. We'll select issue type as Normal Change. We'll fill all the summary, description, selects the business service, urgency, and impact. Checks the box for business approval required. Also, checks the box for business validation required. Then, enters the scheduled start date and scheduled end date. Then, click Create. Once the normal change request is created, it will auto-assign the change request to the creator of the change request. The system will automatically pick the creator as the change manager. To start working on this normal change request, click on the Start Progress button. Fill in all the mandatory fields such as justification, implementation plan, notification plan, risk and impact analysis, test plan, backout plan. Now, fill all the risk assessment questions to help determine the risk level. These questions and weightage can be configured as per your business requirement. Once you have answered all the questions, click on the Start Progress button. You can see that now, the system will show you the risk level. Here it shows as risk level is low. The next step is to send the change request for technical approval or peer review. Click on Send for Technical Approval button. The system will now ask you to select the business approver, as you have checked the box for business approval required field. Let's select Linda Hill as a business approver. Enter the scheduled start and end date. Remember, the start date for the normal change request should be minimum of 7 days from today's date. Anything less than 7 days will not allow you to proceed further. Select CAB Approver. Click on Send for Technical Approval button. When you click on Send for Technical Approval button, it will automatically send an email notification to all members of the service owner group. Now, the issue status will be changed to in technical review and the assignee will be unassigned. Team members can find issues that need action from the CMDB dashboard. Technical reviewer will open the change request, click on Assign to Me. Now technical reviewer will be able to approve or decline the change request. The technical reviewer will review all data input by the change owner and then will click on Approve. Once approved, now the change request will be assigned a business reviewer and the status of the issue will be changed to in business review. Business reviewer can approve or decline this change request. In this case, the business reviewer will review and will click on Approve. Once the business reviewer has approved, JIRA will now trigger an email to change approval board member that the change owner selected earlier. The CAB approver will approve the change request. Once the CAB approver has approved the change request will be assigned back to the change owner. The change owner then clicks on the Schedule button to schedule the approved change. Once the change owner clicks on the Schedule button, it will ask for the business validator details, as we had checked the box earlier, stating this change request needs business validation, post-implementation of the change. Change owner now selects the business validator and clicks on the Schedule button. Now the issue status changes to Scheduled. There will now be 2 subtasks under the change request. One for the change implementation, and other for the post-implementation validation task. These tasks will appear on the CMDB dashboard as unassigned. Change owner can assign these subtasks to people in his team who will execute these tasks, or the team members can assign these tasks to themselves. You can also see an overall view of all changes scheduled for that day or week on the team calendars for Confluence. For now, this calendar is manually maintained and is very helpful to determine if any other changes are scheduled during your change request. Team Calendars is available within Confluence product. On a scheduled day, the change implementer will update the subtask for change implementation and close. When both the subtasks are closed, the issue will auto-transition to the business validation status, as we had checked business validation required as yes earlier. Now system will automatically create a new subtask called business validation task and will be auto-assigned to the business validator chosen earlier. Business validator user will receive an email notification to review and approve the changes in production. Business validator will log into JIRA and click Close button. Upon clicking on the Close button, the main change request will now be auto-transitioned to in review status. When the issue is in review status, the change owner will review the change request and its milestones and finally click on the Close button. Change owner should now select the final resolution of the issue is completed. Mention the actual start date of the change. Mention the actual end date of the change. Can add additional comments optionally and click Close. ITIL defines emergency change as a change that must be introduced as soon as possible, for example, to resolve a major incident or implement a security patch. Emergency changes follow the defined steps of the change management process, with an exception of bypassing approval from the change approval board, before the implementation of required changes in the system. These are the changes that must be technically evaluated, authorized, and then performed without approval from the change approval board member. There is no mandatory rule of scheduling emergency change, at least 7 days in advance. It is optional to get the business approval and validation for emergency changes. However, before closing the emergency change request, it is mandatory to get the approval from Change Approval Board. These processes can be tweaked and streamlined as per your business requirement. ITIL change management defines standard change as a pre-authorized change that is low risk, relatively common, and follows a procedure or work instruction. Example of standard changes are software patching and updates, firewall changes, new DNS entries, adding new custom field. adding list of values, etc. Once standard change templates are approved, you will not require change approval board approval each time you want to execute a standard change. We will show how you can leverage pre-approved templates for standard changes. Click on Create Issue button. Select Project as Change Management. Select Issue Type as Change Template. Enter the summary. Description. Urgency. Impact. Business Service. Assignee Group. Then click Create. New change template issue will be created. Click on Start Progress. Enter the mandatory fields. Justification. Implementation Plan. Notification Plan. Risk and Impact Analysis. Test Plan. And Backout Plan. Click on the Risk Assessment tab. Answer all mandatory questions. Click on Start Progress button. Now the issue will be transitioned to in progress status. Change Manager will now send for technical approval or peer review by clicking on the Send for Technical Approval button. Technical Reviewer will open the change template and approve the change template. Status of the change template will change to in CAB review. The assigned CAB member will open the change template and click Approve. Once approved, the change template status will automatically change to in review. It will be assigned to the Change Manager. Change Manager will now review the change template and click Close button to provision this change template. Click on Create button. Select Change Management as a project. Select Standard Change as issue type. Enter the summary. Description. Business Service. Click on Create button. Change Manager will click on Start Progress button. Change Manager will not require to fill all mandatory fields. Justification. Implementation Plan. Notification Plan. Risk and Impact Analysis. Test Plan. And Backout Plan. Once all details are filled in, click Start Progress. Now Change Manager will click on Send for Technical Approval button to send this issue for peer review or technical approval. Change Manager will be prompted to enter mandatory fields. Enter scheduled start date, scheduled end date. Select the standard change template from the issue list. Click Send for Technical Approval button. The technical reviewer will open the standard change request and click on Approve. The status of the standard change request will change to Approved. The Change Manager will click on the Schedule button. The standard change request status will be changed to Scheduled. You will notice there are two new subtasks that are created. One for the implementation task. One for the post-implementation task. Once these subtasks are closed, you will see the issue will be automatically transitioned to in review state. Change Manager can now click on the Close button. Update the resolution, actual start date, and actual end date. And then click the Close button. The standard change request will be now closed.